Welcome, my name is Marcus, and in this video I'm going to show you step by step how you can easily use HoneyBook. HoneyBook is amazing software that is going to help you with managing projects, booking clients, also how we can send invoices, and also you can get paid. Now, the first thing that we are going to do, we are going to actually create an account. If you already guys have account, completely skip this step, okay? So full name, Marcus Stone, and I will add email address and paste it. Start free trial. Now let's just wait until it loads. And here I got it. Your business name is SunWe. And what kind of company you are? I'm in business consulting. So I'm going to press then next. Here, business email, phone number, and password. Next. And here, how did you hear about HoneyBook? Web search, or you can choose yourself and then create free account. Okay, now it's we're going to wait for a while until everything is going to install. And now, what do you need to help most with? You can actually skip it if you want to. You can turn out more inquiries into clients, booking more of my ideal clients. I'm going to skip it because I'm going to show you everything, but let's go back. You can choose which one you want. Let's say I'm going to keep my booking process organized or automating my booking process. What is the average annual revenue from a business? I'm in range of 50 to 200K a year. And now, Marcus, how long have you business? I'm in 3 to 4 years right now. What's the main tool you currently use? I am in the CRM. I use Notion combined with the sheets. And start exploring. Now here we are, and let's just start now. So when you got the registration done, we are going for start by adding a profile photo. So we are going to fill everything that we have here. And first thing first, I'm going to change a photo. And right here, I'm going to add Baby Yoda. Because I love Mandalorian and this is just a tutorial. Add here your own logo, okay? Let's wait until it loads. And here we got it. Continue. Now, next, add your logo and brand elements. So we added you can add this logo. And again, you would upload logo. Save. And I'm going to leave the header image like it is. Continue. And now looking good. Next, what type of services you offer? Let's say I'm in social media strategy and consultation, and also strategy. Continue. And now we create an invoice for you. View my invoice. So here, let's check it out, how it looks like. And voila, this is how it looks like, your invoice. Of course, we will get to the point, guys, how we can create invoices. No worries, this is just a draft how it looks like. Let's go back so I can show you all around, because it seems that when someone is going to enter HoneyBook, it feels really complex, and it kind of is. And it's going to take a little bit of time to understand everything. So when you would go to the above, you see the home button. When you're going to click home, you would see things here that subscribe today. You can edit templates. We can add bank account, existing materials, customize contact form. And then when we go even further, we see on the left side projects, calendar, templates, resources, and bookkeeping. Now, when you're here, we can go to above and don't click anything. You can click if you want to, but here I'm going to show you how we can create a project. I will also show you how we can add contacts. We will be starting with contacts. On contacts, we will be creating projects, and then we will be creating everything from here, from time tracking, from also a profit and loss payments, contact forms. We will look on everything, okay? So then on the right top corner, I recommend also going to company settings and adding things here and checking everything out from about your company, paragraph, go to links showcase, more information as a street address, domain and client portal. You can use our domain or company subdomain. Then integrations, team. Here you can simply invite other people. So I would definitely recommend, like every time you're gonna open a new software, I would recommend checking and adding the team members. Checking the preferences here. So disabling, enabling notifications. And now actions. Send my client a reminder if they have not viewed my sent files within the 3 days. This is something that I would definitely recommend. Payment reminders. This is something that I would definitely recommend too. If someone is not going to pay straight away, you can simply click here on customize. And this is a customizable email message that you would send them. Send 2 days after the payment due date if the payment has not yet been made. Customize. And you can customize it in default file name format. And then we got the memberships here and bank details. So you can simply add your bank account to your account in HoneyBook. So this is the walkthrough. This was just introduction, what you can actually expect. And let's go for the first thing that we are going to add a contact. So first thing first, simply click on the contacts right here. And you can go on the right side, you can upload CSV by importing or add a new contact. I'm going to add an email address, which is going to be marcusclient123@gmail.com. Full name, Marcus Client. Phone, mailing address. You can have also additional business info. So company type, let's say it's a blogging. Company name can be Sun Company. And then you're going to see the company website URL. And then you can just like simply add. And that's pretty much it how you can create client. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. If you have any questions about settings and everything what I did, ask me down in the comments. I'll be happy to help you. So now, when we created our first contact, what we can do is we can simply create a project for the contact. So now, next to the contacts, I'm going to click project. And on the right side, you would see first thing first, customize. You can also take the tour if you want. Hello, I'm Dave, Meteor Project Pipeline, inquiry, then we will have follow-up, which is going to be proposal sent. Pretty straightforward how it works. It goes really slow for me. And completed. So on the right side, you will click customize. And what you can do is pretty straightforward and pretty easy. When you're going to click customize, you can customize the whole project pipeline. And you can have add a stage here. So let's say add a stage stopped. Just for the sake of the tutorial. Then I can simply move it where I want to move it. Like right here. And you can create whatever pipeline you want. And you can add whatever stage you want. And you can even move your stages. Now I'm going to click save and exit. And here I got the stopped one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a new project. So I would click on a top new next to the notifications, new, and I would click new project. Here I'm going to add a project name, Sun Project. Project type, if it's a branding, business funding, coaching, consulting, corporate. So this really depends. Let's say it's strategy for the Sun project and for the lead source. And let's say I'm going to have the lead source from personal website, or I can go with Facebook. Then date, let's say it's today, and time 1 p.m. I can simply click create a project. And now add a participant in our HoneyBook to share files and begin collaborating. So we can add a, let's say this is going to be gmail.com, Marcus participant, phone, and email mailing address if you want to. You can add also additional business info about company, etc. I will click here add. And voila, so here it's a participant, it's a client that I have here. I can add new participant if I want to, and I can look first on activity. what's happening. I can click on files. In files, I can add new files, etc. Payments, here I can simply create an invoice, and I will show you straight away how we can do it. And details, project name, project address, about the project, and private details. This would be like about you notes. Now what I can do also, I can click here and create new. And I can create new right here: proposal, invoice, contract, brochure, questionnaire, timeline. So how it actually works is that this would be directly in our project. So I can add more participants here if I want to for my project, or I can simply create a new one, and we will go step by step how we can create proposal, invoice, contract, etc. So also right beneath it, you're going to see the stage here. So you're going to see the stage, and as you can see, this is the stage that we saw in the beginning, that when I'm going to click project, these are the stages. Active projects are 2, inquiry are 2. When I'm going to click again on a Sun project, I can simply go and change the inquiry to, let's say, follow-up. In the moment when I'm clicking on follow-up, what is going to happen is that in project is going to be changed on follow-up. So again, Sun project. Then I have notes here. I can add a time tracker. So let's say I'm going to click on a time tracker. I can log new. And what I can do is brainstorming, sketching. So let's say brainstorming, number of hours 20, hourly rate, that was a lot of brainstorming, let me tell you, and hourly rate 25. $500, date completed, save entry. So voila, here we got the $500. I can add notes, pretty simple, pretty easy. Okay. And then I have tasks here. So let's say task can be, I'm going to add call a client and pick a due date, Friday. So today. And this is the task that I have for this project, for this client that I have right here. And automation, again, I can add automation. So let's say this is the automation that I have here. And this is something that we will get to it, but not right now, okay? First, we will go with the invoicing, and then we will get probably to the automation. Now let's go for the next part, not how we can create a project, because we understand how to create project. We are going to learn how we can simply create invoice for the project. So I would go on the create new, and we have proposal, but we'll go with the invoice, and then I'm going to show you how we can create proposal, contract, brochure, questionnaire, and timeline. So when I'm going to click on an invoice, now I can create from template, Marcus invoice template, recurring payments invoice, scheduled payments, standard invoice. Let's say that I'm going to go with a standard invoice. And look at this. So bill 2, we are gonna have invoice, add client, Marcus participant, or you can add bill to recipient. And this is the new participant that I would add here. So Marcus participant. Then I gotta see the package name, price. I can go quantity 1, package item, none, or like let's say item. I can delete this one. YouTube video. YouTube video, and I can simply edit. See? And you can add on item name. I can delete that. Now you can add more items, guys. What you can do is subtotal, tax. You can write again description here. It really depends what kind of invoice you're creating. Subtotal, you can add a discount, grand total. When I go further, I can also, what type payment is this? If this is a scheduled payment, you can select it. If it's going to be recurring, let's say I'm going to create recurring payment. And this is the ongoing payment that will occur repeatedly from below. And when, let's say, monthly beginning, 20th of August, and ending never or on. So you can end, let's say it would be end on December 2021. So that's how we can do it. Or you can have scheduled one. So when payment schedule can be July or 1 month after the project date. So upcoming August and September. And you can delete it and delete it if you want to. See, and I need to add a payment. So it's really up to you how we do it, if you choose scheduled or recurring. And then you will like send test on the top, look at this. Or you can also see what's client, view as a client. And look at this, this is what they would get. Sunway, Marcus Stone, that's me, BO2, that's me, YouTube video, payment schedule, if I'm going to have a payment schedule. And then on the right top, I would click continue to pay. And this is where I would get. And they could easily pay for the invoice. When I would click exit client view, I'm going to be here again. And then I can click on a payment plan, which is right here. And what I can do is go to top right, next review email. And this is the email they are going to get. So subject, invoice. Hi Marcus, I would like to share an invoice with you. Once you open the invoice, you will be able to review the invoice and make an online payment. Based on the connection of your bank account that you're going to do. I'm not really going to connect my bank account with it, but it's like in the settings you can find it and connect it, and then they can directly pay for it. So that's really good. And it's like a lot of testing and like figuring things out, but this is how we do it. And then what you can do is simply send it. See? And we got it. Now, when we have the invoice, and I'm going to even check if it's already came. So I didn't still get it, so we will wait until I get it, then I will show it to you, okay? What you can do next is how you can simply create new and how you can create proposal. That's also fun. So let's go on how we can simply create proposal. I would click on proposal, and here I can edit a blank proposal or standard one. So let's say blank proposal. And as you can see, we have the new item. I can add YouTube video. And as you can see, we got the packages here. Price is going to be 200. Add a client. Marcus participant, it's for this project. Then payment schedule. You can also save those payment templates and contract. So this will be the contract they would get. It's really simple and really straightforward. You need to edit it, and I don't know what to say about this, only because you need to create the contract for yourself. And it's quite complex. So the contract, the proposal is just directly for you. And then I can like see how it would look like. So I get to see the proposal. Then I can see the contract here. I would read it and then I would pay for it. Easy as that. Easy. Exit client view. And this is how you can do it. If you again gonna have like any questions about the proposal, let me down below in the comments. So when we have the proposal, let's go for the next thing, and that's contract. Again, I would click on the contract, general contract, let's say, and let's see how it looks like. So this is just the contract without the proposal. So I can even see how it looks like if I would be a client. As you can see, this will be the contract that I will be sending. So let's say I'm not even sending the invoices. I'm not even sending the proposal. This is just a simple contract. And then that's it. So this is how we can work with contracts. Then again, you can go again to create new brochure. So let's go do that. and you can add a blank, or let's go with the pricing guide. Here, this is the brochure that you can do. I recommend also using like Canva or something if this is not going to be enough for you. Like this would be a completely new video how we can do really pretty brochure, but quite simply, you would click add here and you can add content, you can add questions and services. So that's how it works. My recommendation is definitely, guys, check the competition how they have it and get inspired. Don't copy them, but inspire so you don't have to create a new wheel. Many times entrepreneurs or someone who are using tools like these are always trying to create a new wheel when they don't even need to. So that will be my recommendation. Don't try to create a new wheel. Get inspired from your competition. And here how we can create a brochure. You can simply see the plus here. You can add questions, services, and content like cover image. Then you can also client view, how the client would see it. But I really like how clean it is with HoneyBook. So that's really important to see. Then I would just go to exit client view. And here I would go back. And then let's go further for the questionnaire and timeline. These are the two things, the last thing that we are going to look on a project. If you want me to create a video, guys, how we can create a really amazing brochure for business, let me down below in the comments. So questionnaire. Here I'm going to click on a blank questionnaire. And voila, here I have it. How are you feeling today? Placeholder. See? And now I'm going to click client view. And questionnaire is pretty simple. So again, you would send this to, let's say I'm a couch and I'm always going to write a new questionnaire for the questions for introduction. And this is something that you can like automate it. Every client that you're going to have, every project, every participant will get this questionnaire. What you can do is also save it then and use it as a template. So you can have it as also text area, radio buttons, checkboxes, drop-down list. Simply type your question here. Are you man, woman? Woman, man. See, and they would like choose one. And this is how it works with questionnaire. Again, it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. When we go further, I'm going to also show you how we can create timeline. So again, click timeline. And this is really amazing if you want to show on your project like what is happening and when it's happening. Let's say at a time, section date 20 of August, project title, YouTube SEO. Add an item, 3 p.m. YouTube video. I can simply add plus here. So this would be for this day. Then I could simply add for Saturday, add at time, 10 a.m. YouTube script. And you can have every single day and description. So this is how we can simply create timeline. It's really easy, nothing hard to understand and grab to. So this is what I would recommend definitely. If you want to use timelines for the project, it's really good. Again, I can click on the top right, client view. And here I can simply see the timeline for both days. Then I would go back. And this is how you can create all. Timeline, questionnaire, brochure, contract, invoice, proposal. Then you can simply send them. So now what I also want to show you is how we can create for time tracker the invoice. When you would come here, click on a time tracker and I can click create invoice. Look at this brainstorming, then click next. And here I got an automatically created invoice for me. I'm going to add a client, add a bill to recipient, and send project. So I would add it right here. The client, an email address, full address, etc. In payment schedule. So I can schedule or recurring. And that's how I would do it. So this is how we can also create for the time tracker, your invoice. And this is pretty much it. So this is how we can work with the project, guys. If you can have any questions, ask me down in the comments. I'll be really happy to help you. Now, the last thing that I'm going to show you is a little bit of automation, how it works in project. So you get an idea. I'm going to click on Automation Plus. Here, I'm going to see the sample acquire automatic template. I can customize it. So immediately after automation is activated, once I apply, send questionnaire via email, happiness survey. Wait 3 days after automation is activated and then wait for my approval and then send email. So this is the automation for your emails that you would say. Let's say I would be a couch, it will be really amazing. Wait 3 days after previous step is completed and then wait for my approval and then create a task. Archive lead if I haven't heard back from them. I can simply go back. I can go again to automation. I can go again start from bank. Here I can add a first action. So let's say first action would be create a task. Once I apply, create a task, type a task, call client. Then plus, I'm going to send email. And you have plenty of options what kind of automation you need. Contract, event questionnaire, inquire, project timeline, proposal. You can also see the email template here, so you can really edit it. Create a task, call client, then 3 days after I call, send an email. Or we can have send email first and then create a task. See? So I can have call 3 days after previous step is complete. See? So after I send an email, when invoice paid in full, first payment is made, project automation is activated, send email, wait 3 days. So automation, you're gonna see always your automation saved. When you're gonna create a project, you're gonna apply the new automation for the project, and this will happen automatically, all these steps. So I can simply come here, apply to project, but right before that, I can simply again click plus here, send file through the email. So I would send email, I can send brochure, create a task. What kind of email? Questionnaire. Then I would call them. So I would apply it to project on the top right. Success automation applied, view automation, and this is it. So immediately after automation is activated, send email. It will be straight away. 3 days after the first send email is activated, it will automatically create a task for me that I should call the client. And this is how we can work with automations in HoneyBook. Now, I hope you understand completely the project and how we can work with the project. How we can also add a client. So this is how we do it. And I know it's a little bit overwhelming, but I hope you get it. Now, what I want to show you also is next things, what we see in tools. And I hope it's not too much for you, but I really enjoyed making this tutorial. So let's see. Now, let's go on the tools and let's start from the essentials. Templates, library, automations, and calendar. When you're gonna click on templates, and what you can actually get from templates is pretty straightforward. You can simply create templates for contracts, from proposals, questionnaire, brochures, packages, contact forms, emails, email signature. For everything, you can create template so you can actually save time. I can go create new invoice. And as you can see, it's actually template. You don't see a client here. because it's just a template that you're going to use for your projects in future. So I would click add a new item, and item name, I would add it. Item description, again, I would add payment schedule here, and I would just create template. Then I would go to top right, use this template. So that's how we do it. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. The next thing, and I don't really know if I should like speak about templates more, because I think it's pretty straightforward what you need to do with it, and it really depends on you how you create a template. Then again, when I'm going to click on the tools, I can go to library, and these are just images. Then when I go further on tools, I can go on automations, and this is what we are actually creating. I can go again, new automation, and create automation and save it. So my recommendation is don't directly create it in project. If you can have really a lot of similar projects, just create the automations and then you can apply them to the project. Don't create the automation for the one project and then you would have to create it all the time over again. Create in tools for the automation, new automation that you can use, new automation templates. So that's something that I would definitely recommend to do. I would click automation templates. Let's say I'm going to add a first action, send email, questionnaire. I would preview and edit. I could simply add a link there. Then I'm going to 0 days when automation is activated, create a task, call a client when 3 days after previous step is completed. You got multiple options here. I would click save. Now, when I would go back, look at this. This is the automation would be called a questionnaire with call automation. Save. Now, when I would go back and I would click on a project right here, I would click on a Sun project, create new. No. Automation. Click plus. Look at this, questionnaire with call automation. I can see it right here, my automation that we created as a template. Now let's go further even. I could go to tools and I can go to calendar too. And in calendar, you would see everything important from scheduling for also calendar. So what is happening? What are your tasks to do? Tentative projects, payments, meetings, booked projects, scheduling. You can create my first session if you want to. And then like create my first session. So let's see, look at how complex this is, damn. So let me show you how we can simply also create a session. I don't really use sessions, but I'm going to do it for you guys if you need it, okay? Session type, I can go phone call, in-person, video, other. So let's say it's going to be in-person. Title of session, follow-up meeting. Location, I'm not going to have it. Time zone, duration, when can this session be scheduled? Fixed date range or always. Session color, let's go with this one. Instruction, provide any information that will help invites to be prepared for the session. Just be you. Then you can send invite reminders 1 hour and send email 1 day. This is really good and I would recommend having it. You can also choose if you want to send it to you. Then availability. Now, when you're going to be available, this is really important. This is like Acuity or the another program. 9 to 5 p.m., 9 to 5 p.m. I can edit that. Again, buffers, set amount of time to block before and after client schedules. So let's say I'm going to have a break for 10 minutes, right before and right after. So I can prepare it for the next client. Minimum notice, set a minimum notice amount of time that you require from when this session is scheduled and whether it will occur 2 days. So I don't want to have someone today for tomorrow or 1 hour from now. I want always 2 days in front. or let's say 1 day. Then custom increments, select the time which your available will appear, 30 minutes, you can have it or no. Confirmation, again, send confirmation email, invitee will receive an email confirming details of scheduled session. You can allow rescheduling and allow cancellations. Save and finish. I would allow them, definitely. Save and finish. Look at this. Your session is now live and clients can schedule with you through this link. Copy it. And now let's go to incognito mode and let's see how it actually looks like. So as you can see, this is perfect. Sunway as my company. Please select from the availability below. And people can go with 26, 27, 23, 11 a.m. or 12:30 p.m. Continue. Full name, email, phone number. And as you can see, you got the time right here. So this is perfect. So I would have August and I would have 26, 27 or 30 or 31, 9:30, continue, add a full name, add an email, add a phone number. And that's really good. And this is pretty much it, how you can create a session in HoneyBook. And it's quite simple, right? So this is how we do it. Now I'm going to press X and this is how you can do the scheduling. And that's something that we already were while we were in calendar. So we were in productivity and this is where we create the scheduling. And scheduling is amazing in HoneyBook. And as you can see, it's quite simple to actually create it. You can have multiple session types. So let's say I'm going to have let's say I'm really interested in shamanism. What I can do, I can make shamanism for circles. I can go shamanism 1-to-1 and I can create all those session types right here. So that's what you can do. Then tools, tasks. This is something that we already used and we already looked on how we can actually use it. I can go tasks. Here I can go new task. Please get lunch with client. Pick a due date. Monday, type of project name. And see Sun project. And if you have automation, you would see right here. So then I can make it OPA. And then I can like complete the tasks that I have. You would see right here. So that's how you can add tasks. And also time tracker. This is something that we already did. You can log new time, but this is like the general one. I can go simply, what did you work on? Number of hours, 5, hourly rate, 10. What did you work on? Sketching. And select the project. So Sun project, save entry. So this is how you can do it. And it's like quite amazing. And then you can also log new time or you can create invoice. When I would click again, create invoice, I would add it right here, Sun project, let's go. And you choose for which time tracking, what you time tracked, you can add the invoice on. So let's say I would have only this one here. So that's how we do it. And this is how we can simply create it. Then we got the time tracker, we got the productivity, you got finance, you got the reports here. And how you can actually understand the finance. File sent, file booked. We see right here, your HoneyBook projects. And this will be my reporting here. And you would see the conversion rate and here file sent. So we didn't send really too much because we were just like starting out, but here you would find all your reporting, payments. Here you would have outstanding payments, expenses. You can also add a new expense and date, today, description, lunch, category. Yeah, I'm trying to find other, let's say, project name, again, Sun, that I was eating with the client. Amount, 20. or 200. Oh, that's too much. 20. So we're gonna have like expenses. Then we see the profit and loss, last 30 days, and you would find everything here. And you can connect it with QuickBooks to create invoices and everything for your accountant. Now, when we go even further, we're gonna see the expenses. That's what we already did. And profit and loss, that's what we already did too. Now, the one thing that I want to show you is how you can connect your bank account and where you can actually connect it, because that's something that I didn't cover, I think. Go to top right on your profile, click on the company settings. Here, go on the bank details, and here you can connect it. Add a business bank account, business street address, city, the employer identification number, website, and this is the bank information. So where your payments should go. Also, you agree the Stripe connected account agreement. That's also really good. And this is pretty much it how you can work with settings. Now let's go to tools and let's go for the last three things, and that's a contact form, Chrome extension, batch emails. So what you want to do is press tools, contact form. Here you can simply meet the new contact form. I'm going to skip Tor here. And you can simply create your own contact form really easily, really simple. Your name here, and I would add Marcusino, like placeholder, Marcus, or like John Doe, email, phone number, project date, address, and you would edit it as much as you want. You can move, you can simply click plus here, and you can add a content as a full width text, 2-column text, 2 images, cover image, text on image left aligned, or questions, 2 fields, short text, long text, drop down, single choice, multiple choice, date picker. And you would have address here. What did you hear about us? Tell me more about this project. What do I need to know about the project? You would add it right here. And then on the left side, you would see the design. You can change the colors and fonts, settings, and contact form. So you can add a new contact form if you want to. Now I can go to top right and you can always preview it. Click on a preview. And this is how people would actually see it. Full name, email, phone number, project date, address, what type of project are you looking for. You would add it. How did you hear about us? But let's say I don't want to have how did you hear about us here, and I want to have address earlier. So I would go exit preview. So I'm going to how did you hear about us, delete. Then address, I'm going to move. And I want to also add how are you feeling here. So I will click plus here. And I would add single choice. How are you feeling? And I would have happy, bad, all right. Then I can simply click on the settings here, and I can also change the question type, and you can always see how it looks like. See? Date picker. So this is how we do it, and this is how we can simply create contact form. And how we can work with it. Then I can go back, and that's how we do it. The next thing, we're gonna see the Chrome extension here that you can simply like download and use. And the last thing that I prepared for you is batch emails. Send a single email to select group of your contacts with just a couple of clicks, and you need to upgrade a plan for it. And this is pretty much it how we do it, guys. So also the last thing is how we can add a new meeting. Is if you would go to the plus next to the notifications, and you would find new meeting here. So you want to go top right, new meeting. Here I would go title, brainstorming with Kate. date, all day, type, in person, project, sun, project, and schedule. Schedule without notifying. And here I can go to project, sun project, and scheduled sessions, brainstorming with Kate. So it's like a created session by you. And this is pretty much it how we do it, guys. And if you can have any questions, ask me down in the comments. I'll be really happy to help you and provide you some guidance. And yeah, this is how you can use HoneyBook. Goodbye.